Hi there, I'm Adrian O'Farrell, Managing Director of Juice Marketing. Don't let these youthful good looks confuse you. I've actually been working in marketing over 30 years now. I've worked both agency and client side. I've run my own traditional agency. Did very well. We've won lots of awards over the years. But now I run what I would call a less traditional agency. We're aimed towards the SME market. Why is that? Because I think it matters more. What we do uh, has a greater impact on the lives of those in kind of smaller companies and owners who really require that what we do works, because marketing investment is more significant. The thing is, the way that most agencies are set up is not in the best interest of the client. If your agency has a beautiful swanky boardroom, or perhaps a bicycle painted in the agency colours with a lovely flower basket at the front leaning nonchalantly against the wall of a loft style office in a chic part of town, then it's time to head for the hills, my friend. Because what's less charming is the likelihood that you are paying over the odds for what you need to do, and that makes it harder to recoup the investment that you make. Because running an agency in the traditional way is an inexact science. The owner of the agency is betting on the resources that they have, the fixed resources that they have in terms of bodies and rent, etc., matching the flow of work that's coming in. But very often that's not the case. And as a client, you can end up paying for that, either by way of poor service and turnaround times, where when they haven't got sufficient resource, but if they have too much resource, you end up paying for it in terms of cash, because you have a monthly target on your back. And that explains why I was being billed out at 150 euros per hour, whereas now I charge myself out at 80 euros per hour. I do just as well out of that as I ever did, but you get better value. And don't get me started on retainers. There are different ways of going about retainers, but essentially you're paying for somebody to be available to work for you, which I don't think is an efficient spend of money. But also, it's not the most productive incentive for the agency. Eaten bread is soon forgotten. So there isn't that urgency about dealing with your requirements that there should be. But there is a better way, which is light on overhead, on which we operate. With Juice, what you get is two guys with massive experience in the marketing and IT space, who coordinate a network of freelancers across disciplines like videography, SEO, blog writers, design, social media, AdWords, web development, etc. But we're big on eat what you kill. If we don't do any work for you in a given month, we don't bill you. Equally, if our network doesn't do any work for us in a given month, they don't bill us. So you just pay for what you need, because we're paying just for what we need. And our way, our resources always match the workflow, because that's just how it's designed. So if that makes sense to you and you like the sound of that, let's have a chat. I'd love to chat. If you need to know more about me and what I've done and what we've done, just check out juicemarketing.ie. Thanks.